Nice to meet you all in the Zoom Gopro Training 2021.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So tell me what you shared in your group. What needs to change for you to step into a
Yes,
higher level of yourself?
yes. Thank you, Lisa, that takes in the moment before break room. The first time I must be to change myself, change my thinking that I always think negative myself, change my attitude, and then find the big dream, what that I want to do.
Yes. So
I
change
am
the
the
image.
right person now.
Yes. Change the image of yourself. Change how you think about yourself. Change thinking negatively about yourself. Finding the big dream. Stepping into that. I love
Yeah.
that. I love that. Give her a
Love
big
you,
round of
love you
applause
all.
from Cambodia. Give her a big round of applause. Well done, well done, well done. All right. We've got Camelia. Where are you connecting from, Camelia?
Hi, I
Hi.
am from London, but originally I am from Romania.
Romania. Okay, you're in London now?
Yes.
All right. So what needs to change for you to go to the next level?
So first I have to be more consistent in what I am doing, to put more action, to be focused on what I want to achieve, because still I have a day job, and to find the right peer groups for me.
Yes, your environment's a big deal.
Yes, and also to trust myself that I am doing the right thing.
I love that. Trust yourself is a big thing, right? It's kind of falls in line with giving permission, giving yourself
Yes.
permission to go. Give Camelia a big round of applause. Great. I'm excited for you. It's going to be a big breakthrough for you. Who's next? Hey, hey, hey.
Hi, I'm Brenda.
Hi, Brenda. How are you? Where are you connecting from? I knew it wasn't Joseph, but somebody checked in under that Zoom. So where are you connecting from?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. You don't like the Packers, do you?
They're good. They're okay.
No, just don't like them. Decide
Okay,
that you really don't like them, and you're a Vikings fan, because they ripped my heart out too many times. Anyway, just kidding. Brenda, right?
Yes.
All right, Brenda. What needs to change in you to step towards a higher version of yourself?
The only thing that I keep on coming back to is that I need to get the HE double hockey sticks out of my way.
Yes.
Like, it's just me. I got this.
What causes you what causes you to block your own success, do you think?
I don't believe in myself.
Mm.
And I want to. And
Yes.
I'm going
Part
to.
of you does, but part of you, usually, you know what I find out, Brenda, is usually there's something that happened a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it was when you were a kid going to school, it was with a family member, friend, parent, some negative situation that told you to play smaller, that taught you not to show your highest version of yourself, that taught you to kind of dim your light instead of stepping into your full potential. That's what, was part of my journey in figuring that out. And I'm sure it's part of yours to examine that. And you know what helped me?
What?
Creating a burst, a 90-day run.
Awesome.
Like to just say, you know what? I'm scared out of my mind, but I'm going to give myself no other option. I'm going to go as hard as I possibly can, and I'm going to create results before my mind can catch up with me and try to stop me. Create an environment where you're forced to swim. Create an environment where you're forced to do something. Get rid of all your other options and excuses and escape plans, right? Where you would normally go to hide.
Yes.
And create an environment around you and a short-term burst. And what I found, I'll talk about it a little later, but what I found is when I did my first 90-day run, my first short-term burst like that, and it was hard. It was the hardest thing I ever did. And it was hard physically. It was hard, but it was hard mentally, but it was way harder emotionally. Because you know how many times I wanted to quit in that 90 days? And I wanted to fall back into the crowd, and I wanted to just disappear, and I wanted to just say, you know what, maybe I should just go slower. In the 90 days, probably 15 times. Inside the 90 days, when I had to talk myself back into it to do it again. Hardest thing I ever did. But at the end of the 90 days, my self-worth changed because my results changed. All of a sudden, everything, and I started to see another vision for what was possible for me. And I will tell you, same things can happen for you. Really, truly, and no kidding. An environment, a plan, but then, you know what? Just put the running clothes on and run before you have a chance to talk yourself out of it. Just do that uncomfortable thing. That did more to heal my perceptions of myself that were old stuff than me going to therapy. The action itself, the burst itself was my therapy kind of, in order to be able to get to the next level. But here's what I want you to know. You've got this. You being aware that you need to get out of your own way. I'll tell you, something's got to give. There's going to be a moment this weekend where you're going to have to make a big decision. Even if you don't know how you're going to pull it off, you got to say, I'm doing it. And you got to burn the bridges behind you. You got to blow up the boats. You got to do whatever. You got to close all the other doors and say, I'm going to run. You know what I mean? It's my time. Because to live so far beneath your potential is a tragedy. We only have so much time to be able, this thing called life, to see if we can face our fears and help other people, see what we can do. We only have so much time. So if you're like me, how many more years do you want to play small? How many more years? None, right?
Yeah.
Let's just get this over with. So you got this, my Midwestern friend. Big love. And hope whoever else needed to hear that, you're going to make it happen. Brenda, I'm expecting you on this stage sometime soon. All right, who's next? Hey. What's your name?
Kennedy. I
there it
really
is.
think Healy.
Say your name again.
Henry.
Henry, got it. So where are you connecting from, Henry?
I'm actually originally born and raised from New York City, but I'm in California right now.
All right, great. So what needs to change for you to go from where you are now to your higher level of potential? What needs to change?
I need to stop procrastinating on my 3 E's. And the 3 E's, I got this from Dave Shetty, which is a monk. The 3 E's is my environment, my element, and my energy. And I'm a big believer that, when it comes to an environment, for example, you take a fish out of an ocean and you give her the mansion, you give her the luxury, you give her the woman, you give her everything you got, that by the end of the day, that fish is not going to survive because it's not in the right environment. I got to check my element. For example, we can't take Michael Jordan, put him in, he's known for a basketball player, a legend in the basketball court, but we can't put him in a tennis court. We can't put him in the baseball field. That's not what his element is at. And then my energy. I need to make sure where am I going to strive in high energy and low energy, or just keep that balance, And I just, those 3 E's, I need to make sure that I don't procrastinate on it and actually hold myself accountable.
Can I talk to you about something? It's Henry, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Henry, let me tell you something about procrastination. Who else struggles with procrastination? Raise your hands. Let me see if you struggle with procrastination. I had a major breakthrough in this last 12 months in understanding procrastination. I understand it completely now. Procrastination is not about you being lazy, not about apathetic, not about busy doing other things. You know what it's about, Henry? It's about your vision for taking the action is not big enough. Your payoff for doing it in your mind is not big enough. You're in California right now.
Yes,
okay?
Sir.
Southern or Northern California?
More northern.
Northern California. So how far of a drive is it from California to Las Vegas?
Probably 5 hours, I believe.
5 hours. Let's say it's 5 hours, okay? 5 hour drive. If I said, Henry, if you get in your car right now and you drive to Vegas, I'm going to have somebody meet you. You got to be here 5 hours from now. Drive to Vegas. I'm going to have somebody meet you, give you $10, and then you drive back. You're not going to meet me. You're just going to meet somebody else. Just give you $10. Would you do it?
Yes, sir.
Why? No, you wouldn't.
Because life is about experience.
I
don't know
understand,
what-
but I'm just saying normally, really, some average person just says, whatever, I want you to drive to Vegas for $10. How many people here that I can see on the screen would drive 10 hours to get $10? You're not going to do it. Real life. Now, I appreciate your energy that, I'm going to take charge of my life. If I'm challenged with something, fantastic. Cool. But if I gave you $100, would you drive 10 hours? Nope. What if I gave you $1,000? Would you drive 10 hours for $1,000? Show of hands, how many people would drive 10 hours for $1,000? Few of you? But most still no. You got other stuff to do. And thanks, put it in the chat. What if it was $10,000? $10,000, drive 10 hours, you're making $1,000 an hour. How many of you would do it? How many of you still wouldn't? You got other stuff to do. What if it was $100,000 for 10 hours? You got to drive here, get here for $100,000 cash, and then drive home. How many would do it now? How many would procrastinate? You're not lazy now. You're not apathetic now. You're not a procrastinator now. The payoff's $100,000, you're going to do it. What if it was $1 million? What if all of you were a 5-hour drive away from Las Vegas and $1 million, if you get here in 5 hours to pick up your $1 million and you get home within a total of 10 hours, and I gave a $5 million bonus for the person who did it the fastest? Who'd be willing to break some laws? Who'd be willing to risk a ticket? Right? What if you didn't have a car? How many would still get the $1 million? You'd figure it out. You'd have like 15 minutes to figure out a car. Right? In order to be able to make this happen. You're not procrastinating now. You're inspired now. So, one, either your vision has got to get clearer about taking the action to step into your potential, what the payoff is going to be for you, or you haven't given yourself permission to create the size of the vision necessary to make the sacrifice. If you needed to do something, invest in you in order to be able to turn it into a radical return, the investment's not even a decision. It's not even a decision. So it's not about apathy, and it's not about laziness, and it's not about procrastination. You're not a procrastinator, and you're not lazy. What you lack is vision of the payoff, to do the action in order to be able to create that payoff. That's what you lack. So hopefully these 3 days is going to help you establish that vision, so you're willing to do what's necessary in order to be able to experience the breakthrough. Henry, you're no longer a procrastinator. You're going to take charge, my friend. Everybody give Henry a big round of applause. High five, brother. Okay, Blue. Man, I like these shaved head people. They just look fabulous. Doesn't she look like she really paid attention to her brand in the last 24 hours, I'll tell you what. So, what needs to change for you to go to the next level?
Hi, Eric. I just want to say thank you for the opportunity. Give myself permission to be free.
What does that mean?
Just basically, far as I struggle with going live, and just go ahead and just press that button and just go start, and whatever I have to say, just go ahead and say it and not be afraid of the rejections or if anybody going to have anything negative to say. Just go ahead and do it.
And it's back to vision again. It's back to vision again. I mean, being afraid, you're not fearful. You're just not properly inspired. What if you didn't like to drive that much, but getting to Vegas and getting home, you'd have $10 million? You'd figure the fear out, wouldn't you?
Yes, yes.
You'd figure that out. It wouldn't even be a long discussion in your mind. Oh gosh, should I figure this out? I'm not sure. No, when the payoff gets big enough, then you can be free. You see what I'm saying? When your vision for your future, when you can see yourself on this stage, when you can see yourself getting your $1 million award, when you can see yourself liberating and contributing to the lives of thousands of people around the world, you can see yourself taking care of your family, you can see yourself being an important citizen of this earth. When you can see that clearly, then the fear goes away. The procrastination goes away. The apathy goes away. So, Blue, here's what I'm going to tell you. The fear is no longer going to be renting so much space in your mind. You're going to be a person of action. You're going to be a person who makes a decision. I'm proud of you. Give her a big round of applause, everybody. I'm not afraid to take a stand. All right. Everybody. Was this helpful? Is this helpful? Get the vision in your mind clean and clear. When it gets more powerful than your fear, you'll take action. When it gets more powerful, the payoff gets more powerful than your procrastination, you won't have any issue doing what you need to do. When the vision and your future vision gets stronger than your past vision, you'll be pulled to the future. I used to just tell everybody, I just procrastinate. Here's the truth. The payoff isn't big enough for me to take action sometimes in my mind. And I either have to change that payoff in my mind, or I have to lower my vision. One of those two things. So, here's what we're going to do. What I want everybody to do, we're going to take 10 minutes. We've all been through this big emotional stuff so far, and we're going to get into some tactical how-to training coming up next. But before we do that, I want to give you all an assignment. We're going to take a 10-minute stretch break, and I want you to all stretch. Move your body, move around, run around the couch 10 times, do some push-ups, do some jumping jacks, right? Do something in order to be able to get your body moving, and we'll come back in 10 minutes. It's going to be amazing. Be here exactly 10 minutes from right now, and we're going to train your butts off. See you then.
Please don't stop the music. Please don't stop the music. It's getting heat. I'm making stress away. That you be up in here looking like you. Whoa, if you don't have to go.
to go? Yeah.
But you never let me down, girl. I thought nobody else is there for me, only you. Even in the darkest days you stay. It's only you no matter what, only you. The only